All right, guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 3, Brown's Place Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ryan.
And that's Cubby. Let's get right into it. Got a ton of sports to talk about right now. And that just is a final. Dodgers to the World Series. Let's start with some NFL action.
Yeah.
Any surprises? Chiefs.
Only undefeated team.
Yeah. Minnesota losing today.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker. Good game. Some injuries. Some big injuries.
Yeah, Ayuk hurt. Deshaun Watson. I think those are the big ones.
Yeah, I mean that was the big ones this week. So, a
lot of injuries though, early on.
Yeah.
Well, not early now anymore, really, but a lot of injuries.
Any surprises so far with teams winning and losing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, everyone kind of predicted Lions would be good.
Yeah.
Looks like they're running they are running the NFC right now. Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Chiefs are
they're
the
running
Chiefs and
AFC.
Yeah.
I think everything's pretty normal. There's not a whole lot of teams standing out.
What about the Commanders?
Yeah, Commanders.
I mean, that's
Jaden Daniels, man, what a player.
I mean, no one kind of expected that. What about the crappy teams? Any surprises with?
I mean, Jaguars won today in London against the Patriots, but those are both bad teams.
That's a toilet bowl game right
both
there.
Pretty bad teams.
Carolina Panthers.
Kind of expected they'd be bad. They've been bad the last couple of years. So
New York Giants.
Yeah, they're not very good.
New York Jets.
Jets aren't good. That's kind of a surprise. You didn't think they'd be. I don't think anybody thought they'd be as bad as kind of they are. I don't know. Did they win today? Tonight?
No, they were losing 30-15 last time I saw against the Steelers.
Yeah. Steelers kind of a surprise. Russ got his start.
Yeah.
And seems to be showing out.
Miami.
That's just because they don't have a quarterback, though.
Yeah. Does Tua come back?
Say he's trying to come back next week, right? We'll see. See if he makes it.
If you're the league, do you let him come back if he's cleared, or?
Yeah, I mean you have the protocols, right? If he's cleared, he's cleared.
Now, if you're
Tua, do you come back? I
mean, obviously he probably wants to come back, but I think someone in his camp has to have a conversation, or like the NFL Players Association has to have a conversation with them about, hey, this might not be the smartest move, but I mean, he's a grown man; he can make his decisions, but but I mean, concussions, you get one or two more of those, and I mean,
what's he at 4 now?
Yeah.
So,
what other? Cleveland,
no Deshaun. They're
bad
pretty
team.
terrible.
Cincinnati,
They're
hovering.
just not. I mean, they won. They are winning, I guess, but it's ugly.
They still don't like them.
No, it's ugly.
They don't scare me.
Convincing about it. No, not really.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're just as mediocre as it gets.
New York Giants. Did I mention the Giants?
Yeah, we already talked about that.
No, did we?
Yeah.
So they did a quarterback swap today.
Yeah. Pretty much the teams that you would expect to be good are good. The teams you think would be bad are bad.
So what about the quarterback swaps?
Yeah, Russ benching Justin Fields. I mean, I guess it turned out all right.
Yeah.
Benching Justin Fields that was playing well. They were 4-2 with Fields. Offense wasn't good. The offense has been an issue for the last few years since Ben really left.
Yeah. I mean, the Carolina swap.
Yeah, I mean, that's not proven to really be a whole lot better. He had one good game.
Yeah.
That was it. They're still bad. They're still pretty terrible. So.
What other quarterback swaps was there? I think that's about it, right?
Really it for the benchings, yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Football, NFL?
No.
What was that?
Week 7?
Week 7 now?
Yeah.
Just completed?
Yeah.
So, a couple more weeks till halfway, right?
Yeah.
So, now I guess about health, you know, and then what teams are going to survive the next few weeks. So, all right, college football.
Yeah, some big games. Georgia, Texas. That was a big one.
That was a big one
for this week. Georgia.
Last week it was Oregon, Ohio State.
Yeah. Big one.
So
Oregon's up to
Oregon's
first.
number 1 now.
Yep.
So that's huge.
Yep.
Bama going to 15.
Yeah, another bad loss.
That's 2 bad losses.
Bad losses
so, I mean,
that they shouldn't have
you
done.
get a huge win
Against Georgia,
and then you follow it up with 2 bad losses.
Yeah.
So
down to 15.
Yeah. So,
Bad.
Any surprises in the Oregon?
Yeah, I think Oregon's gonna have a surprise. I mean, Georgia's always there. You know,
You figure Georgia's going to be there.
Texas
Ohio
had a good
State,
year last
Texas,
year. You figured they'd be there
you know,
this year.
Yeah, you figure those teams are always going to be there. But,
Yeah. But Oregon, a little bit of a surprise. Been a while since they've been towards the top. And now they're number 1. So
just doesn't seem like the top 4 stays the top 4. I mean, every week it's almost changing.
it's always fluctuating, right?
Yeah,
Which
is good, right? I mean, that means there's a lot of parity, and it's just
Yeah.
you know, no one's going to run away with it, right?
Yeah, no one's really sticking out or anything like that.
All right, MLB getting into the playoffs. Dodgers just finished off the Mets tonight for what 4-2.
Yep.
Yeah, 4-2 series.
4-2. Yep.
So New York versus LA.
Yep.
Yankees versus Dodgers.
Both series went 4-2.
Yep. Starts next Friday, so what, 5 days off until?
Yeah. Actually, Yankees won 4-1.
Oh, they did. Huh?
Yeah.
So, and we kind of talked about this off air. What was the better series? Would we have rather seen Yankees Mets or Yankees Dodgers? I just think globally and geographically, you might get more of a draw with Yankees Dodgers than you would a Subway Series.
Yeah, I mean, I despise.
I'm sure New York would love a Subway Series, but
yeah.
You know,
but in terms of fan perspective, blockbuster. I mean, Yankees Dodgers. It doesn't get bigger than that, really.
Yeah,
we got LA, New York
as a Dodgers or whatever. I mean,
yeah,
you pay Shohei, and now you're in the World Series.
Yeah, we talked about that too. You know, top three payrolls. Yeah. One of them's going to win the World Series. So
it'll be a good matchup. Shohei versus Soto.
Shohei Soto, Shohei Judge,
Shohei Stanton,
Freddie and Stanton.
So I mean, I don't know. We'll see who can pitch the best, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, usually it always comes down to pitching, right? In the World Series.
Yeah, but even in this series, there wasn't a whole lot of pitching.
Yeah, I mean,
they just blew them away. They just scored all the time. They just set a record, single season record, or postseason record.
Do either one of the starting 5 scare you?
On the Yankees or Dodgers?
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, you're gonna lead off with Garrett Cole probably. Game 1,
you're getting
right?
Cole and Yamamoto probably game 1.
So yeah, I guess it depends on.
But then after that, you hope Flaherty's good. You'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully Bueller's good. You'll see. But even Yamamoto, he's still kind of getting back in the field. He was out for a while. Cole too was out for a while.
So do you lean more towards Yankees on the pitching? I think they got a better bullpen.
Yeah, Yankees got a better pen.
So I mean,
although the Dodgers had a good pen.
They showed that versus the series in Cleveland.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yankees have the pen.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pen.
Yeah.
So, and then who has more timely hitting? Who can hit in the clutch?
I think right now it's the Dodgers. I mean, we saw that, but I think both offenses can explode.
Yeah. So do you see this as a high run series, or is it going to be a?
I think it's going to be. There's going to be runs involved for sure. I don't see many pitching duels. I would be surprised if there were.
Yeah.
But I think it should
maybe
be fun.
Game 1 would probably be the only one, maybe.
Yeah,
and
you
if
think
it goes
maybe Game 1.
5, I guess, with the same matchup.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But World Series, so there's quick leashes. So if either one of them are struggling early, they're not going to last long.
And then what about payrolls? So you got top 2 payrolls going at it.
Yep.
This is why you pay the money.
Yep.
Because you get in the World Series.
Pay to win.
It's not a guarantee. I mean, like
Cleveland,
Mets last year. I mean,
Oh yeah, just even
ton
if
of
you
payroll.
do pay, you may not go. Yeah.
But chances are, you got probably a way better shot.
Texas has a huge payroll. They won last
Yeah.
year.
So.
Yeah.
For all those GMs out there, Chicago Cubs, pay the money.
Yeah, always pay.
So
always just give them the money.
So speaking of pay, what about Soto? I'm sure we'll talk about this more. Once the World Series and off season, kicks in and all that. But how much money do you think he's gonna get?
Realistically, I think it'll be in the
sixes.
Yeah, I think
like
it'll
a
be
10-year six or a 13-6.
I think more than 10. Like it'll be
a 13 to 15 year type of deal.
I think so, somewhere in the 6. It'll be a huge contract. I don't know if it'll be a Soto or a Shohei contract.
What if he just balls out though in the World Series? If he just demolishes,
he's done it before.
He becomes a World Series MVP.
Yeah.
Is there a 7 in that number now?
I mean, I think he could negotiate it for sure. He could say, "I want 7."
Yeah,
and I don't see.
I think you just go up there and let just people bid and just let it go up and see who's going to match and take that highest number. But no, for being 25 years old and having control of your own destiny, that's pretty good right now. So all right, anything else MLB?
No, I mean,
I think it'll be a good series.
I hate the Dodgers, but I think it's going to be fun.
I think it's whether it be high scoring or bullpens or whatever. I don't see a bunch of blowouts. And,
no.
I think it'll be entertaining.
And you go roster for roster. There's stars all up and down both.
Yeah, both sides match up pretty well.
Premier cities. So, I mean, what else do you want?
Big markets, expectations,
historic franchises. It's gonna be fun. I think. Yeah, I'm excited.
So I think the big people are gonna do their things, but I think it's gonna be like the Tommy Edmonds and
what are these 7 and 9?
The Volpes and the Gleyber Torreses.
Yeah,
see what those guys
9s,
do. So I mean Shohei, Betts, those guys, they're gonna do their thing probably, but who knows? So, I mean, you could probably go through that lineup on both and kind of be, pretty close to, who you would pick over one another. But I don't know.
I think big things, is Freddie going to play?
Yeah.
And how's he going to play? Is he going to be good to go? And then also, is Stan going to stay hot?
Yeah.
Because, you figured Soto and Judge are going to do their thing. Although Judge didn't have a great series, they're going to do their things. Mookie and Shohei are going to do their things. See if Stan and Freddie, if they can provide.
Dodgers have
their kind of
home field.
Yeah, Dodgers game 1.
So game 1 in LA.
Yeah.
So
it'll be electric.
I mean it'll be good. And then we kind of talked about this before. Does this save both of those guys' jobs?
Yeah, I think
Dave Roberts and Aaron Boone. Yeah, I think if they didn't get to the World Series, I think there would have probably been some tough conversations. Especially, you keep getting close, or, you get knocked out early, that type of thing. But, Dave Roberts, that's his 4th pennant as a manager. It's tough to cut him loose after winning 4 pennants.
They've talked about all postseason. He's highest winning percentage since he's become manager. So,
but it's about what have you done for me lately? So, I mean, if you're not taking the team to the World Series, it doesn't matter. So and after the World Series, there's going to be a ton of coaching changes and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into that some more. But game 1 on Friday in LA. So let's see how it goes. The dub. Talk about some dub.
Yep, that just wrapped up.
Phenomenal series, phenomenal finals. I hate that it was only 5 games this year. Glad it's going to 7. It should have always been 7. 2 best teams in the league going, head to head. Every game was just back and forth, phenomenal. Just, if you were to script it, that would, this was the series. Did it have the Caden Clarks or did it have the Asia Wilsons? No, but I mean, you got some pretty damn good players on both of those teams. So congratulations to Liberty and great job for the Lynx too. So I mean definitely probably one of the most entertaining finals that I've watched. So whether it be NBA or WNBA. So, I mean, all 5 of those games could have gone either way, you know. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, just a great season for them. You know, you had the rookie class, you had Caitlin, Angel.
Best season they've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Asia being unanimous, you know, MVP. It's just, you know, just got to back them up now. So yeah. What else you got? Anything else? W?
No, I mean it was. I think it was a success.
Yeah.
Biggest season they've ever had.
Yeah.
All up and down the board, and then in the final, you had your 2 best teams.
Yeah.
And they went blow for blow, went all the way, went to overtime last game.
Yeah, first game, you know, coming back, down 18 points, went overtime. And then game 5 overtime. And then Sabrina with the, you know, 3 at the, you know, pretty much at the buzzer. So,
yeah. I mean, there's nothing else you could ask for.
Yeah.
It was success all around.
Just phenomenal. So, you know, viewership's up, everything's up. So, hopefully they can just keep going on the momentum on it. So, all right, what else we got sports-wise?
NBA starting up this week.
Yeah, NBA starts on Tuesday.
Yep, starts on Tuesday.
We talked about a lot of sports right now. You know, this weekend,
it's a lot of sports going on right now. It's great.
Yeah. So you had baseball going on, you got hockey going on,
yeah, hockey,
you got football going on, you got NBA preseason, now you got NBA season, you got the W going on. Yeah, it's just a shit ton of sports right now. So
yep.
So the spring and fall is the you know, the sports season. So
definitely, yeah. So NBA starting out. Who you thinking? Probably Celtics. Probably still got to be Celtics
you think
favorites.
They gotta be, right? Until someone knocks them off.
So Celtics East probably. I mean, I don't see any team in either conference being as complete as they are. And then, you know, just coming off another championship.
Yeah, I mean,
Tatum and Brown still there, still young, gonna probably still be great players like they always are.
What about the Knicks?
Yeah, what about the Knicks?
Getting Cat.
Yeah.
I mean,
you think they? Do
you think they jump?
I don't know. I think they have the best chance. Them or the Sixers. If you give me a healthy Sixers, if Paul George is playing, and he's there. Joel's playing and he's there, and then they have Maxey. They could give it a run, but I think favorites for East would still be Boston, but that's just me. What about West? I don't like Milwaukee a whole lot. I don't know. There's still issues there.
Yeah.
There's still just there's a certain hole there, and I can't really figure out what it is. Big issue is health.
Yeah.
You know, their 3 best players, they got hurt last year. They're we'll see how Dame and Giannis gel for first full. Well, it's their second season, but the first one wasn't great. See how they gel. But I don't know if I put them in the category as the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Celtics coming out of the East yet.
Okay.
So, about West though, crowded West.
Yeah,
Very crowded West.
I mean, you figure Minnesota's got to be up there, right? Still, even though they lose Cat, but they pick up some players.
Yeah.
Denver's
always
gonna be up there.
OKC now.
I don't know. I mean, Dallas might be.
Dallas is gonna be tough, yeah.
Now they got to play.
They got DeMar DeRozan now.
Yeah. I could see Dallas. I could see going.
Think Dallas comes out again?
I could see it going through Dallas.
Think so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go OKC.
Really?
I am. They have the experience now. They're all still young, but they have the experience.
Do they have enough experience?
And they got somebody like Alex Caruso, who's big defensively and has won. They got Hartenstein, who's played in big games with the Knicks, gives them more size. And now it gets Chet off of the 5. Now he can play more 4. So that's going to space him up a whole lot more. It's going to help him too.
Would you put them over Denver?
I'm gonna put them over Denver for now. But like it's narrow. It's not like I'm saying OKC's gonna blow away.
I could see them being
like it could be
right
tough.
there.
Denver's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
As long as Joker's there, they're gonna be there. But I'm gonna go OKC this year. I am.
OKC out of the West.
I think OKC out of the West.
So you're thinking OKC and Boston for the finals in June?
Yeah. But I don't think OKC would beat Boston. I don't.
No. Yeah.
I don't think so. But I mean, that OKC team's tough. They can shoot lights out. They can defend. I like them. I like them out of the West. The whole concern was just they're young. They had no experience in that kind of position. Now they kind of do. See what they can do.
I still think, I don't know, something about the Mavericks. Just
I like Dallas. I like Dallas. And now they got a big shooter.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't mention Warriors or Lakers?
Out of the West? No. As much as I would love it, I don't see it
in the playoffs.
No, because if the Lakers face the Nuggets in the playoffs,
no, I mean, do you see them at least hitting the playoffs?
I see the Lakers making the playoffs. I see Warriors are gonna be close, but I don't know. I still don't think they have. They got Buddy Hield, obviously a good shooter, but they are still small. There is an issue of right now. Size is important, and
size
the NBA.
matters.
Yeah, size definitely is mattering, especially in the West too. Because who's stopping Joker? Who's, there's issues there. That's kind of the whole thing.
Joker,
pretty much in the West.
Yeah.
Who can you put on Joker right now?
Yeah.
I don't see how the Warriors are going to be able to do that when they can't stop AD, even or Sabonis or, who's going to be on there? Now you're still putting a lot of pressure on Steph too.
Yeah.
Steph to stay healthy, and then Steph to
stay healthy. Yeah.
carry. So I don't see the Warriors. Lakers, I think, will be there, but I don't see them being a whole lot better than the Warriors either. Because they're still, who's going to be the third guy?
Yeah.
How's JJ going to do in his first year? And then are LeBron and AD going to be healthy like they were last year? They're both older. So I don't know.
What kind of workload does LeBron get?
I think he'll get a full workload, but I think
really?
I think the hope, though, is that I think he'll play nonstop. The hope, though, is hopefully he doesn't have to have the ball nonstop.
But, I mean, you talking 40-plus minutes a game? Or
I don't know if the minutes will die down.
Really?
He'll have his rest days. He's not playing 82 games or anything like that. He didn't do it last year. There's always going to be, if something's sore, they're going to say, ankle issue, whatever. But if he's fully healthy and rocking, he's going to play. They're going to have him out there. They need him. But we'll see. Like I said, they still need a third man there. I still think they need a third man. And a big man, hopefully.
And then what about Bronny?
He looked terrible in preseason, except the last game.
So G League?
Yeah, I think that's where he belongs.
I don't think he's ready. And
no. Not at all. There were two guys that were better.
Yeah.
At least two guys that were way better in it are making the proper team rather than the G League. So,
and then even if he does make it, he's probably 15th on that team. So
I mean he's not going to play.
How much playing?
There'd be no benefit to him being on the starting roster because he hasn't. He didn't earn it at all in preseason. He wasn't good except for the last game. So.
All right. Anything else NBA? That's it, I think. Right. Get the season going.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's it. Tennis, yeah, they just had was it in Shanghai? Well, they had a couple. There were a couple big tournaments that just happened. Rafa just played his last tournament or his last match.
He's retiring, right?
Yeah, he's wrapping it up, and him and Joker just played their last match against each other. Although it was for third place, but yeah, they just played their last match, and that was good. Yeah, I mean, tennis is wrapping up. There's a couple more weeks, and then they have their finals, their season-ending tournament. So,
golf, not really much golf going on.
Shriners happened this weekend.
I mean, little tournaments going on, but
yeah.
What about the match, or I guess you call it the match in December?
With Scotty and Rory versus Bryson and Brooks. Yeah, that'll be cool.
18-hole, Shadow Creek.
Yeah, 4 good personalities.
So-
I mean, you're talking
So
maybe not the 2 best PGA players.
is
right now,
it
but 2 of?
Scotty and Brooks, Rory, and Bryson, or is it Liv versus PGA?
I think this is the closest that we get to Live versus PGA. Even though we all want it,
Yeah.
we all need it. It would be great for golf if they just did it, but they can't agree on anything and can't even come together on anything. But this is the closest that we'll get to it. I think it'll be cool. It'll be
And then
fun.
is that the best 4?
No, I mean, for Liv, I mean, Brooks over Rombo or Cam Smith. I don't know. Bryson is probably the best Liv player right now.
Yeah.
But Brooks over Rombo and Cam Smith. I think maybe Rombo. I don't think Rombo had a very good year on Liv, but Cam Smith, I mean, I don't know if he makes it. He won his team won the final, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they did for Liv. So I don't know if Brooks makes it. And then Roars, I mean, X isn't there.
No, wasn't it Kevin Na's team that won?
Oh, was it Nas?
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Na's team.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't keep up with Liv too much, but for PGA, I mean, it had to be. Xander.
So PGA, is that the best 2?
No, Xander should. If
should've
you're doing
been
the best 2, it should be Xander and Scotty.
and
Yeah.
Scotty. That's what I
Yeah.
kind of thought.
Those are 1 and 2. You know,
So,
2. But I mean, we went with Rory. He's number 4. It's not a huge drop off. So, or I think he's 3 or 4.
so is there more betting? Is there trash talking? What do you want to see on this? And we'll dig more into it as it gets closer. We still got another 2 months or a month and a half,
Yeah.
to it. But I don't know. Like the last ones with the athletes and all those. It's just
I didn't enjoy those ones.
And even with the Phil and Tiger one, it was just kind of, I don't know. I was expecting more smack talk, more.
Yeah, I like the Phil and Tiger ones.
Just more action, I guess, on it.
Yeah, I like those ones better, but the other athlete ones.
Yeah, I could do without the football players.
Yeah, I mean, I want to watch golfers.
Yeah.
I think this will be good. I think it'll be fun. Obviously, the competition is going to be high. They're both, I think, are going to talk.
I mean, that's probably a fiery 4, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, Scotty, we didn't think he would be, but
yeah,
he showed that he clearly was. So I think it'll be some talking for sure.
So,
as long as they are talking though, as long as it's not like
yeah, I mean, they got to be talking. They got to be.
Yeah. So I think it'll be fun.
It's got to be edgy.
Yeah.
For sure. So, all right. What else you got, sports wise?
I mean, I think that wraps up sports. But I want to ask, who is your? Well, actually, I don't know who your dream pick. I'm going back to baseball because off season's coming up.
Okay.
Dream free agent signing. This free agency, who would it be? And then realistic signing, like someone you genuinely think you guys have the best chance at signing.
There's 2 people that I want,
Really? Okay.
and that's Pete Alonso
Okay.
and Corbin Burns.
Really? No Juan? That's why I was wondering. That's why I wanted to ask. I didn't know if you put Juan there.
Where would we put him?
It's crowded.
Yeah, and then
But it's Juan.
I get that it's Juan, but I mean, then you're going to get rid of some people, and then you're going to probably get rid of a bunch of minor league people because we got a shit ton of minor league outfielders that are in the top, 10 or top, 50 for minor leaguers. Like we're stacked with infielders and outfielders.
Yeah.
In our farm system, so you give, a 10 or a 13-year deal. I mean, theoretically, and plus you got PCA that's young. You got Ian that's got I think 2 more years after this year. Seiya's got probably another 3 or 4. I mean, you probably could move some of those guys.
Yeah. And as of now, you're still locked with Cody.
I guess. Would it be a dream pick? Yes. Realistically, no. I don't see.
But that's not your dream pick, really. You thinking Corbo and Pete over? You think those are?
I think
you would
for
prefer?
my needs, for our needs, I'd rather spend that money and get Corbo and Polar
For
Bear
600 mil?
For 600.
Rather than just one for 6?
Yeah.
I think
Because we need a starting pitching.
Yeah.
You know, we always need starting pitching. And we just need that. We need another power hitter.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be first base or third base, but, you know, but we got some young guys coming up, you know, to play third base. So I think if Alonso's out there and he's in the budget, I guess that would be my.
And then who do you think is realistic? Like, who do you expect you guys are probably going to have a damn good chance of
I
getting?
think we could go at both of those two.
You think you're finished, like you'll finish top 2, top 3 teams going after them?
Yeah, I think because Craig's, you know, connection with Corbin.
Yeah.
And then plus, you know, him kind of, you know, bad blood versus the Brewers.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to go to, you know, their rival and just stick it to them every time?
Yeah.
You know. But could he get more money elsewhere? Probably, but it just kind of depends, you know.
Yeah.
Pete, I mean, we've been linked to Pete for 2-3 years now. You know, it's just, I think, you know, he's going to say he wants to stay a Met, but I really think he wants to be a Cub.
Do you think this postseason hurts that, though?
No, I don't think so. If they would have won a World Series, maybe. But no, I don't think so.
So you think you'll still have
I think
fair shot?
Yeah, because I think he's going to want to test the water. He's going to want to, you know, test free agency. So yeah, I think he's available. So
Okay.
what about you?
Dream?
Well, dream versus reality.
I know,
is
no,
big
no.
for you
I know.
guys because
There is no dream for us.
well, there's no reality either.
No, dream, one, obviously.
Okay,
It would definitely
not
be one.
going.
No, we're no way. No chance in hell.
I would say 100% not going.
No chance in hell. Reality. Oh, actually, I'll say 2 also because you gave 2. Dream would be Juan and Adames. That would be dream. Because that would solve a shortstop issue, and then we'd solve a power and star issue too.
Yeah.
But we're not getting either of those guys. So I think reality, true reality, I think Ha-Seong Kim, Korea connection with Lee, and also Bob. He loved playing with Bob.
Yeah.
So I think, and he won't be that expensive because he didn't have that great of a year. But he's great defensively. So I think reality, I think we'll push hard for Kim. And
That's
he
your
can
big
run.
splash.
Yeah. And he can run. And then also I think Snell. I think we'll be one of the top guys with Snell. I don't know if we get Snell.
I don't think
I
you
could
guys
see
get
him going
Snell.
back to San Diego.
You think so?
Either San Diego or New York, the Mets. Yeah. Because I think Mets are going to push hard for Snell or Corbo. They're going to push hard for those 2 pitchers, I think. Plus Pete. And probably Juan, too. But I don't think, you know, they're going to have to prioritize. But I think they're going to push hard for Juan and Pete. And then they're going to push hard for either Corbo and Snell. So I don't know if we get Snell, but that would be for me, because we're not getting Corbo. I don't see us getting Corbo.
He's got no connection out there, so why
There's no connection.
Yeah.
We'd have to offer him a ton of money, which would be great. I'd be cool with it, but I don't see it. I think Snell we could. He enjoyed San Francisco. Already played for us. We have the money to give it to him. He likes Bob, and he likes Buster Posey, and he likes Logan Webb. Him and Logan Webb got kind of close. So I think we have a chance of getting Snell back, but like I said, I still think he wants to play in big games. And there's no reason to believe that we're going to be in big games.
I could see him being a Dodger.
I don't think he'll go to the Dodgers. No, just because he was with San Diego and with us. I don't think he'd go to the Dodgers. And then he also lost to the Dodgers with the Rays. I don't think
Why not go to the Dodgers then?
I don't even think they're going to push for him. I think they're going to push for Corbo. They're going to push for Corbo and Adames. But reality, yeah, realistic. who I think will have the best chance, I think Kim and Snell. Those are the two. But I would ideally
So
want.
that doesn't excite me with that team.
No, I mean, it's still going to be a team that can't score, but defense will no longer be an issue.
But that
So
doesn't
that'd be
increase
good.
your home runs either.
No, yeah, like I said, we're not scoring
Yeah.
anything. But with Buster there, he's going to want us to go back to playing Giants baseball. Big pitchers and a lot of defense.
Yeah.
So I think that's what reality is.
We didn't talk about this last time, but regarding sports, 2 people that passed away in sports last time, and we totally forgot about it.
Do we?
No.
Oh, yeah, Dikembe, yeah. Dikembe
And what about
passed.
Pete Rose?
And Pete Rose, yeah, both very sad.
So 2 huge sports icons, I
Yeah.
would say. Whether you believe Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame or not in the Hall of Fame, or whatever, or, his personality and all that. I think if you just base off of his numbers, Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, it's the greatest hitter to ever
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
was he the most likable, and did he do something wrong? Yeah, but I don't know.
No, yeah, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
He's the greatest hitter ever
Yeah.
played.
So
Um,
I would hate to see him go into the Hall of Fame now that he's passed, because that just
I wouldn't hate it.
Well, that just
'cause
tells
he deserves
me
to be in
that
it, but
you
now it's
you were
kind of
waiting for him to
consolation
pass,
for him,
so
yeah.
he couldn't benefit from it.
yeah.
And I
agree.
just think that's. I mean, if you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. It's not like you're a Hall of Famer 25 years later.
Yeah, no,
you
I
know,
think it'd be.
I always hated that where, they they get in later, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know,
No, he deserves to be. He's always deserved to be in.
he's always deserved to be in it, right?
But yeah, no, it is sad. I did forget about.
Yeah.
Forgot that we didn't
And
talk
then
about
Dikembe,
Dikembe, yeah, one of the greatest defensive centers to ever play.
yeah.
Global,
Yeah.
changed basketball globally. Big
So,
deal. So
That was
Yeah.
just,
was a big
those
deal.
2 huge sports icons that are lost too early too, probably.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
all right, what else you got? Sports was anything else? Sports?
No, I think that's it. Just it for me.
Yeah. Entertainment. What do we got? In entertainment.
Not a whole lot. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction happened just recently. There were a bunch of people. Cher got in. Cher got in. And there were more too, but it was so many I couldn't even keep up. But there are big names that were.
What about what's his
Inducted.
name from One Direction?
Oh yeah, Liam Payne. Yeah, passed away.
Passed away. I guess fell out of a window.
Yeah, fell out of a balcony or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, big.
But there was maybe, rumors of, whether it be drug abuse or
some substance.
yeah, something like that.
I don't think
So
anything's been confirmed.
he had some
But,
demons, I guess. But that's just way too young.
Yeah,
What
really.
was it,
Yeah, definitely.
31.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he was really young.
Yeah, so,
definitely shocking. Yeah, pretty tragic.
Yeah, there's a bunch of One Direction fans that are,
Yeah, definitely.
sad right now. So, what else entertainment wise?
That's really it. That's all I can think of right now. I'm sure there's plenty going on. But
Yeah, there's, I haven't. Any gossip? Any good gossip?
no, I don't know any.
Is Kelsey gonna propose to T-Swift?
We were talking. They were talking about that after the Super Bowl win, and he didn't do it. I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Well, I've heard both recently. It was like, oh, he's gonna propose, or oh no, they're on the verge of breaking up, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess that's what happens when you're the biggest couple in the world probably right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's always rumors flying.
He's got nothing else to do than, since he's not really playing football.
He's not playing very well. Yeah,
That's what I mean. He must.
he's not playing that well. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Nothing else entertainment?
No. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Shows are on. Fall season's, going. So, which is good.
Yeah.
Just makes things tougher because I try to mix in all my shows with all the sports. So,
Yeah.
Gotta be better episode. Anything gotta be better? Who falls in your category of gotta be better?
Yeah, I don't have anyone specific.
Any
Mine's,
thoughts? No, nothing?
no one specific.
Oh.
Mine's a team, and it's probably biased because I just had to watch them today. But the Niners have to be better. You faced a bad Chiefs. Chiefs didn't play well. They didn't play well at all. And you still can't get over that hump. And now you're under 500 at 3-4 when you should be over because you blew 2 games that were horrible. Now, Niners have a ton of injuries, but so does everyone else.
Yeah.
Now, they're big names and everything like that, and I get that. But at a certain point, you were just at a Super Bowl. This hangover has to end. You got to pull it together.
So who do you fall that? Who's that fall on? Is that on Shanahan?
Kyle. He's got to get under wraps. Yeah.
Can he not get over the Andy Reid syndrome or what?
No, I don't think he can. He can't get over this Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes whole dynasty situation. Nobody can. There's a reason they're the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But consistently for the last, 3-4 years, we've been linked as being one of top 3, maybe no lower than top 5 teams. This year we came in being top 2, and we're 3-4 right now, and we just got walloped by the Chiefs in a hideous game. It was ugly both ways. Both teams were turning the ball over. Yeah. It was all defense. Nobody was moving the ball very well, and that was the game to beat the Chiefs because they didn't look good. They weren't doing very well. Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing very well. That was a chance to beat him, and we still turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah, Chiefs still scored, 28 points?
Yeah, they ran down our throats, which used to never happen, and they ran for over 200 yards and couldn't score again in the red zone. We are bottom 5 in red zone percentage. We were number 1 last year.
Oh, yeah.
So now that comes down to, guys are hurt, but at a certain point, you can't go from 1 to 5 just because.
But it's not like you don't have a quarterback. You still have your quarterback.
Yeah, he's still there. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
So it needs to get figured out a little bit here. We're 3-4 now, and we've blown. This game we lose. I would understand. We always lose against them, but you can't lose against the Cardinals and the Rams and games.
Yeah, those are bad. Those are
bad losses. Where now we're in a pretty shit spot in the NFC at 3-4. So that's my only one.
I have one, and it was an older one, and I forgot to mention it last episode. The Pittsburgh Pirates DFAing who's the big first baseman that they had?
Carlos Santana?
No. They picked him
Rowdy
up.
Tellez?
Yes. Rowdy Tellez. 4 at-bats shy of getting a mile marker, and he would have gotten $200,000.
And they DFA'd him.
And they DFA'd him 4 at-bats shy.
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the season, when I think there was 4 games left, so he would have gotten it. He would have played. But you're gonna cut this guy right there.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to pay him the $200,000.
Yeah, I mean, which is nothing to a professional team.
I mean, come on. Yeah. That's just, I don't know.
That's Bush League, yeah.
It is Bush League. I thought it was pretty shitty. So
or cut him earlier if he's not performing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if he's not, it wasn't like he all of a sudden stopped performing. I mean, if he's not performing, then cut him loose when everyone else cuts their people loose. But don't do it at the end of the season when it doesn't matter because you guys are already eliminated, and then he's 4 at-bats shy.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
So just to save $200,000.
4 at-bats, it's 1 game.
Yeah. So, I thought that was pretty shitty. Oakland A's.
Yeah. I think we've talked about them before, too.
We did talk about it, but, I had some friends that went to the last game. Yeah. And...
Did they take anything?
Oh, yeah. Nice. There was some signs taken off the walls. Nice. There was there was a bunch of stuff. And then I don't know. How do you feel about that? I mean, it's just,
No, do it.
Yeah.
It's illegal. It's definitely illegal. But even though I don't like the A's and that stadium's terrible, you know,
It's an end of an era.
it's a
right?
huge end for another historic
Yeah.
franchise too, and treated the fans really dirty with this whole situation.
Well, and then Major League Baseball told the A's not to stick around, get your stuff and leave.
Yeah.
Although they didn't, they did stick around and
Yeah.
they did their thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just had a couple friends and they were like, one was up in a suite and they were just taking anything they could and
Yeah.
walking through the halls and like security guard would look at them and
Yeah.
one would try to distract them while someone else was taking something down. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
No, I mean, I don't mind it. Like
Yeah.
I said, illegal. Like nobody should be doing it, but I got no problem with it.
All right. But so now, I mean, now they're playing in Sacramento for a couple of years
Yeah,
until
it's just
they go down to.
until they
Vegas?
it's not even technically official that they
Yeah.
are going to Vegas and getting the stadium. So
And then, did you see the renderings for the Vegas? I guess it's 33,000 fans, but I guess it's going to be the smallest ballpark in the majors.
all right.
So the dome, obviously,
Don't-
is
yeah,
Vegas.
it's got to be. Yeah,
you know,
it's got to be.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just I was just curious about the whole.
Yeah, no, I know a bunch of people that took stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
We won't call you out.
I'd seen it all through social media. Yeah, I got no problem with it. People did it when like Candlestick,
Yeah.
when they tore down Candlestick, but that wasn't dirty. They just moved in San Francisco for a better ballpark.
Yeah.
That ballpark was old.
Yeah.
Odaco's old too, but now you're moving
At least you were
out
moving.
of Oakland,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
from a city standpoint, had historic sports franchises for many
Yeah.
for decades. So it's pretty shitty situation.
So, yeah, those were my two. Was the Pittsburgh Pirates, Oakland A's. I thought I had another one, and I gotta write this shit down because I always forget, and then once we post, then I remember it. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anything else you got then?
No, I don't got anyone else that I think needs to be better. I haven't seen anything really that happened.
Okay.
So
All right, guys. That's all we got for this episode. Episode 3, season 2. Keep following, keep subscribing, keep listening, and hopefully you guys are entertained, and we'll keep doing it better. Until next time, peace out.